Good afternoon all, and welcome to Handyman Dan's famous workshop. Today we're going to be changing the chain on this chainsaw. We're going to be using the Vuzix M400 smart glasses and the TeamViewer Frontline workplace application that is installed on my glasses. Andrew Taylor, my esteemed colleague, has actually written me a workflow process in Frontline Command to change a chain. That has been deployed as a task that now sits in my tasks within the application. Okay, a couple of things to note for the audience within this demonstration. You'll see a screen up here. That's exactly what I'm seeing within these glasses. I'm looking into an OLED screen, incredibly bright, 2000 nits to be fact. It's akin to watching a TV in a darkened room, so incredibly bright and crisp images all the way through. Some other things to factor in, some key takeaways for the audience whilst we're doing the demonstration. The solutions are both very, very easy to use. The hardware is incredibly easy to use and has a great user experience, as is the Frontline workplace application. Extremely easy to navigate, which is so important when we're basically engaging in putting new users into the environment of smart glass technology. I'll be hands-free throughout the process, which is nice and safe for me. I'll be engaged and not distracted by having to go backwards and forward from the piece of equipment to a textbook. And the whole time, all the way through, I'll be basically capturing the data, which will be part of the report that will spit out in TeamViewer Frontline, that will be issued to me and my manager as a PDF document. And that will include all the pictures and the timestamps and how long it took on each steps. Obviously, the efficiency of following this workflow process, I should complete the task with a lot less errors and a lot quicker as well. Okay, so we're going to start getting moving now. I have two options to engage with my Vuzix M400 smart glasses. I have touchpad on the side to navigate, or I can use my voice. And we're going to use our voice majority of the time to navigate throughout this whole workflow process. So let's get started. I'm going to access by using my finger, and then we're going to straight into voice control. Here's my home screen. And now I need to access the platform as my user ID. Start work. Start work. Okay, so I'll scan my barcode or my QR code to get in. Now, straight away, what you're seeing up there, that beautifully bright screen that I'm looking at, can see all that home menu. Let's just do a little bit of navigation as an example. Settings. Info menu. Return. Return. Nice and simple. So intuitive. The voice recognition is amazing. Let's get into my workflow process. New task. Service chainsaw chain replacement. Confirm. Continue. Chain replacement. Save selection. Please identify the unit by scanning the barcode. Continue. Confirm. Take picture. Zoom level 5. Take picture. Save. Record comment. Record. I will now change the chain on this chainsaw. I note that the chainsaw is in very good condition, though the handle will need replacing soon. Confirm. Confirm. Okay, so we used a number of features there. We were able to scan the piece of equipment with the QR code to identify the piece of equipment is the right equipment. I was able to take a picture, and you noticed I used the voice command for digital zoom. I was able to go zoom 5. I could even see where I'd actually purchased this unit previously from. I then used a voice to text feature, which is fantastic when you're working on equipment and your hands free all the way through. So there's some really, really cool features that are basically already built within the application and the technology of the Vuzix M400 smart glasses. So let's get moving and get into our workflow process. Continue. Okay, I'm going to start using my tool set and getting into it. I'm going to remove this nut as I've been instructed, utilising the tool that I was provided. Continue. I have access to the chain and drum. Continue.
A chainsaw's brake is sometimes
This is a great feature. Andrew has included a voice instruction with a picture for me to follow, so you can hear that within the background. We have a number of features that we can do within our within our workflow. Voice is one. He could have included a video of what he was talking about here. Could have been a schematic drawing. So this is an amazing feature. Continue. Okay, so I've been given an instruction of where the tensioning screw is. You can see that in my screen. For me to get this chain off, I actually have to loosen the tension on the actual chain itself. Now, if I wasn't given that instruction, I would have been trying to pull this off in some shape or form, and it wouldn't have worked. Loosening that tension, everyone can see now that I now have a very loose chain. Continue. Remove the chain, nose and chain. Pull the nose away from the chainsaw. Okay, I've done that. Continue. Continue. Remove the old chainsaw chain. Okay, that is now taken off. Continue. I'm going to thread the new chain on the chain saw nose as I'm being instructed. Always a little bit fiddly, particularly when you're doing a demonstration and you want it to go perfectly. Of course, it doesn't always go perfectly. Okay. Continue. That is now threaded on the drum as per instruction. So I'm definitely following the bouncing ball. Continue. Continue. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Andrew. This is very important because otherwise your chainsaw will not work. So you can see up in my screen, I've been given a picture of how the actual chain should be facing. I can confirm that the blades are facing the right way. Continue. It is aligned in the pin, so I can move to the next step already, so that's well in advance of what I expected. Continue. Chain strengthen. Well, right now, I don't know if that's right. I presume it's okay. I'm not sure. Examples. Examples. Okay, so clearly that's not right. So clearly I'm going to have to use the tensioner to make this a little bit tighter. Otherwise, clearly my chain is going to not start or it's going to come off. So I'm going to just continue, continue. Still looks a little bit loose as per that example. So I think this is a really good option or a really good point to talk about learning here. I obviously thought that the chain would be okay. I've been given two examples of what good and bad is, so automatically I've learned what good and bad process is of putting the chain on properly. Continue. Continue. Okay, so I'm just going to reassemble the actual unit. So I'm going to have to go back to, obviously I know that that's what I took off, so that's exactly what I should put back on. And then I'm going to actually capture some data as per the instructions on my screen that you're looking at up there as part of my finishing. Continue. Take picture. Save. Record comment. Record. I have completed the chainsaw chain replacement. Confirm. Confirm. Continue. Okay, please advise if the workflow can be improved or anything else is missing. got to say, I thought that workflow was perfect. It was nice and easy to follow all the way through. Return. Return. Back to my home screen. So a really simple and easy way to follow a workflow process. As I said at the very start, the key takeaways of how simple that solution was to use both the Vuzix M400 smart glasses and Frontline Workplace. All the way through, my hands were nice and free. I was engaged in the process. I wasn't distracted. I think that from an errors perspective, I was able to complete the task without any errors. And now I will actually have a PDF document of my task being completed, so my manager knows that I've done my stuff for the day. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed that. I'll see you back in the live session in a minute.